my friends, welcome back to another musical moment in the life of the old-time rock and roller. Today we will be focusing a few minutes on a story from the golden age of rock and roll. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. It was late September 1973. I had just recently relocated to Los Angeles from Boston, Massachusetts. When I got there, I wasted no time in calling my old bass player, David Hayes. Dave and I played together in the New England rock scene back in the 60s. Well, Dave had scored a gig playing with the great Van Morrison and was going to be playing Don Kirshner's rock concert, September 23rd, 1973. So I called Dave and he said, "Sure, man, it's at the Shrine Auditorium. I'll leave your name at the door. Come on backstage and we'll hang out." I got there and was really excited. Dave and I hadn't seen each other in a few years, and it was only moments later that we looked over in the corner and there was Van Morrison and Bob Dylan engaged in a serious talk about music. Well, I took my seat as they started up their show, and it was a fabulous set. They even played Gloria, and the funny thing about that was Dave sang Gloria in our band, Pale Ryder. We also did Moondance, and they were doing Moondance. So it was a really hip show. On the show was Tower of Power. I had never seen them before, but was totally blown away. I saw Jim Croce doing Time in a Bottle and Bad Bad Leroy Brown. That group, Hocus Focus Pocus, they had that Wild song. They were on the show. A lot of great groups were on the bill. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Dave and I hung out for a little while, and then they all had to go off as a band. A couple weeks later, Dave invited me up to his house in Mill Valley. So I went on up there. We hung out. We went to the movies. American Graffiti had just finished filming in August, and he drove me down the strip, and we played pool and had a couple of beers. It was really fun. Then he said the next night, he said, Van is having a party at his house, and he's got a few new band members, and you're invited to the party. So I said, great. So here I am, 23 years old, at Van Morrison's residence, in his living room, with about 40 other exclusive guests, and he says, okay, we're going to audition, well, we're going to premiere the new band for you. And they played about a dozen songs, and it was just unbelievable. I'm sitting this far away. Wow. So after the performance, Dave took me out to Van's studio. And outside of the studio was a Hammond organ, was covered with plastic, and it might have still had some snow on it. I said, Dave, what's this organ doing out here? He said, well, Van was remodeling the studio last year, and he had to bring it outside so the workers could get their work done. And he never brought it back inside. It was unbelievable to see this incredible Hammond organ with just a plastic tarp over it. So Dave and I hung out for a few more days, and ever since then, whenever Van was touring in any city that I happened to be in, Dave would call me and get me backstage tickets and front row seats. So thank you, Dave, for that connection, for your friendship, and introducing me to the great Van Morrison. Take care, my friends. I'll see you down the Music Moment Highway on the next adventure of the old-time rock and roller. Bye-bye.